Good morning and welcome to another edition of Community Issues. I'm your host, Omar Rashid. November the 4th, 2018. My first guest, he's no stranger to the program. He's going to be talking about the 17th Annual Mental Health Conference. Mr. Jason Coleman, good morning.
Good to see you again. Thanks for having us.
Educator at the Mental Health Association in Delaware. 17 years, man, that's a high school senior.
Well, I haven't been there that long, but they've been around that long and longer. So.
Okay, so how did the conference get started? Give us a little history about it.
Well, the conference, it started off as the People of Color Conference, but it's always been a conference that was really focused on providing information about mental health and a connection to different kinds of resources for people in the community here in Wilmington, and anybody that's in the surrounding areas as well that just wants to know more and is trying to find out about how they can kind of educate themselves on some of these topics that we try to cover every year.
Right. So every year that you have this conference, there's a theme and there's a keynote speaker. So talk about what the theme is this year and who's this keynote speaker.
Sure. So this year we wanted to focus on trauma. It's been something that people have been asking us about. We have feedback forums every single year and we look through every last one. And it's something that's come up in the last couple of years, but we finally kind of got, I think, a really great combination of people that are going to be able to come in and be speakers for this. So we wanted to do that this year. And so it's focused on trauma and it's across the behavioral health spectrum. So it's looking at not only trauma from the perspective of people that experience it, but also those who are helping and assisting other people that have gone through traumatic events and are dealing with trauma. The keynote speaker is Pamela Freeman. Her address is going to be moving from surviving to thriving. So I think that she's really going to set a great tone for the day in terms of being inspirational and realizing that even though people that are experiencing these things, even though they can be really overwhelming, that there's a lot of hope out there and there's a lot of things that that can change and improve for people.
When I think about trauma, I mean, last month I had the Delaware Coalition Against Domestic Violence. So those who are victims of domestic violence, those who are victims of sexual abuse, child abuse, violence. I mean, so this topic is very serious. In addition to the keynote speaker, do you have workshops and other speakers for that evening?
Absolutely. So we'll have a couple of different things that happen in the morning in addition to the keynote. James Walsh is going to be looking at mindfulness, which is a really big topic in the mental health community in general. So he's going to be doing some really great stuff with everybody that morning, in addition to Pamela Freeman. And then in the afternoon, we have some breakout sessions. So after lunch, people have signed up, or we asked them to sign up for some different speakers that kind of relate to what they want to know. We have Eliza Hurst, we have Eileen Fink, we have Jordan Wiseman, we have Lynn Fahey, and they're all going to be tackling these various, corners of trauma and that sort of thing.
Those who are licensed clinical social workers, licensed professional counselors, social workers, counselors, you're going to be having CEUs for them?
Yes, we actually started doing that last year. We hadn't done it for a while, and we did it last year, and people seem to really like that. We actually have 6.25 credit hours this year, which is a healthy number. So, and again, today's the last day to sign up. So, if people are interested, they can just hop on our website. It's super easy to do. And
so, what is your website?
It's mhainde.org.
All right, definitely. Now, every year you have vendors. Do you have room for more vendors, or who are some of the vendors that you have so far?
So we do have a lot of vendors. I always try to keep a little bit of extra space for folks that try to get in touch with us last minute. So people that have an organization, we'll probably have some of those open. For the next couple of days this week. So Monday and Tuesday would probably be good days if somebody is from an organization, they still want to look at space, to just let me know by then.
Now, I've been going over the last several years, and the mayor, whether it be Mayor Baker or Mayor Dennis Williams, they have going. What words of encouragement or feedback have you received from those in the political arena?
So, we always get a lot of support from those that are, in the political system here in Delaware. Although our conference isn't necessarily, it's not specifically politically motivated, we don't lean towards one side or the other. People have always reached out to us that if mental health is a passion of theirs and something that they're really interested in, we always have people reaching out to us and showing us a lot of support. The mayor's office was incredible. They were kind enough to sponsor some piece of the event as well. So they're very supportive.
Every year, once again, you do this event, and it's a lot of hard work, and it takes a team effort. Any words of encouragement you want to say towards those in the committee that helped bring this together?
Well, yeah, I mean, even though usually I'm here with another committee member who co-chairs it with me, Frank Hawkins from A's Delaware, but there's a team of us that get together every month, a couple of times a month. So the planning actually starts back in January. So as soon as the conference is over, we don't waste a lot of time. We start getting together and planning and thinking about what's going to happen in the next one. And these are folks that are really just, they're all very, very busy individuals, but they make time. If they can't be there, I have people that are calling in and on conference calls and just to give that input and support. So.
Once again, Mental Health Association Delaware is one of the main sponsors, main organizers to put this together each year. Give us some education of what is the Mental Health Association, what services it provides, and what is your role?
So the Mental Health Association in Delaware, we are a nonprofit. We do work all throughout the state, and we really focus on education about mental health. So we visit all different kinds of organizations and do different kinds of trainings and presentations to try to help people get some really practical information on mental health and how to recognize signs and symptoms of a mental health concern. We do different kinds of suicide prevention trainings that people sign up for. Mental health first aid is another training that we do. We sponsor some free support groups in the community all throughout the state, and they're peer-led groups that are free to join. And then we try to connect people with resources. So, a lot of times when we're talking to folks, we say, well, nobody ever plans for a crisis. So most of the time people don't know who can help until they're right in the moment when they need help. And so people will get in touch with us, and we try to guide them towards really helpful places that are going to be able to support their needs.
About 2 minutes remaining in this segment. We talked about the conference, but when is it and where's it going to be?
So it's this Thursday, November the 8th. We're going to be at the Chase Center on the riverfront, right over here. And it starts at 8 in the morning, 8 a.m. Registration opens up. We have a lot of time during the day for people to visit vendors and some different scheduled breaks. So all of our vendors are always highlighted. The conference will get the opening remarks going by 9 a.m. and you're out of there by 3. So it's tight, but we like to keep it that way. I'd rather have people wanting more than to kind of get overly drained and feel like, oh my gosh, we're waiting for this to end. We don't want to have that at the end. So.
Right. Now, in the past, I know that the Mental Health Association of Delaware had scholarships for those who may not have been able to afford or need some financial assistance in regards to attending the conference. Is it going to be the same this year? So
we've had some people get in touch with us. We usually have some sponsors that try to do that for folks. And we also make a really conscious effort of trying to keep the cost of the actual conference down as much as we can, because we do want it to be something that's accessible to people, and it's more than the money's worth, anyways. But certainly, if people have some concerns, we always tell people to reach out to us and get in touch. Okay, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to a minute for any closing comments. Well, thanks for having us on. And also thank you to everybody who's considering coming to the conference. We definitely want you to be there. This isn't something that's just for professionals either. There's a lot of accessible information, and I think that's one of the strengths of this conference, is that it's not just about whether or not you have a particular degree. We want this to be something that everybody can, get access to and really walk out of there feeling like, I know something and I know something that I can do. We also really call on the people that are the presenters to have some kind of call to action. So we want people to come to this conference. We want people to leave this conference and feel like I have a new mission related to mental health, and I'm going to go out here and I'm going to try to do some real positive in my community.
All right, Jay.
Hey.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me.
Live right here on Lease Access Channel 28. You're watching Community Issues. We're going to take a short break. When I return, we're going to be talking about the YMCA of Delaware. Welcome back to the Community Issues. I'm your host, Omar Rashid. Now joining me live on Lease Access Channel 28 is the Executive Director and Program Director of the YMCA of Delaware. Good morning.
Good morning, Omar. Thank you.
Christiana. Good morning. All right, the YMCA, 501 West 11th Street, 19801. You got so many different activities there. You want to just give like a quick summary of all the good stuff you have at the YMCA?
Sure, absolutely. I want you to know that the YMCA is a global organization. We are in 120 different countries.
Oh, wow.
And in the United States, we have more than 12,000 YMCAs. In the state of Delaware, we have 8 YMCAs, and one of those is the Downtown and Walnut YMCA.
Right.
We serve in the Downtown Walnut YMCA approximately 10,000 people throughout the year. Out of those, 300 kids daily are there for before and after school programs. During the summertime, we have camp. During the year, we have youth programs such as Youth and Government, Black Achievers, Work Development Program, childcare, and many others. At our location at Central YMCA, we have gym and swim, and diabetes prevention programs, aerobics, and so forth. And also we have a residence house where we serve more than 300 men in need in our facility. We provide social services, we put them on a training program, and we give them ability, they receive the ability to go to work, to put them back on their feet and go to work. Throughout the year, we serve 100,000 people in our community throughout all our YMCAs, and we give probably $6 million on financial assistance for our families, for our teens, for our children.
Right.
So it's a large organization, and everybody's welcome. If you want more and more information, we have a lot in our website as well. And I'd like to introduce Christina Schneider here.
Right.
She is our program director for Youth and Development Program.
Okay, Christina, talk about the program.
So we have a teen workforce program that started up last year. It's a grant-funded program through Barclays Card. Last year, we served 34 teenagers. This year, our goal is 60. So that's exciting.
Right.
So what it is a 15-week commitment for teenagers. They have to be between the ages of 15 and 18 or 19 as long as they're enrolled in high school still. They commit to the 15 weeks, so that's the first 5 weeks they do workshops where they're learning leadership skills, professionalism, work etiquette, team building, anything they need to know to be a good employee no matter where they are, whether it's working at the YMCA or McDonald's or a grocery store. Just what it takes to be a great employee. In those workshops, we're doing interactive activities, we're doing role play, practicing with interviews, everything that you could possibly think of to prepare them. After they complete those 5 weeks with us, we hire them on as YMCA employees. So they get to work with us as paid interns for a 10-week period of time, where they're anywhere between working in the fitness center, working maintenance, doing childcare, before and after care, wherever they have a passion to learn more about. We plug them in there with a mentor, and they get to better themselves as professionals in that aspect. So we give them basically their first job.
So the youth, how they get enrolled in your program? Did you guys go to the schools, or do people just come call you, say we've got some youth that want to be involved in your program? How does that exactly work?
A lot of it's been done by word of mouth. We had a partnership with Howard, so I reached out to them at first, and we got a lot of Howard Technology School students in there. And this year, it's been flying like word of mouth. I get kids from Odyssey Charter, Howard, Mount Pleasant, Christina High School. So they're kind of coming from everywhere. So it's really exciting to see the teens all come together and learn together.
You know, I'm in the Y quite often. I work for Horizon House. I used to work for Connections. You have a lot of clients that have rooms there. I also got my Zuma certification at the YMCA in 2012. But I know you also have Meals on Wheels that they come every day. But just talk about the significance of helping those in the mental health or homeless arena, because if it wasn't for the YMCA, many of them wouldn't have a place to live.
Absolutely, it's a fantastic program where we receive men in need, and we give them housing and financial assistance if they need it. Also, we give them social services. The ARP are there, and many other organizations help us as well. Christiana Hospital is also helping us as well. We have partnerships with different organizations. The Department of Social Services, Delaware Department of Social Services as well. We're bringing the job van, the bus, where they come, they receive training on how to write the resume, how to present on an interview, and they go back to the workforce, which we need them as well. So it's a fantastic program to see men that come out from the street, and then they can wear a tie and a suit and they go back to work as well. We also provide meals for them, not only for our residents, male residents, but also we provide meals for before and after school program for the kids. In a year we provide 117,000 meals throughout the state of Delaware. So in downtown is in a lot of need of these services, and we're not going to move. We're there for a long run.
Right. You also have a daycare program at Central Y. I'm not sure about the Walnut Street Y, but also to talk about your daycare.
Sure, the daycare we're full. We're full. We have kids from. I mean it's a great program because it's a safe place for kids. So parents drop the kids at 6 a.m. in the morning and pick them up later in the afternoon, 7 p.m. So the kids are with us all day long. We provide breakfast, we provide lunch, we provide an afternoon snack as well. We have infants 3 months old up to 4 years old, right? 4 years old. So the parents really trust the YMCA. It's a safe haven for the kids, and it's a safe haven for many people that they don't have a place to be.
Right. Now you have Central Y, you have Walnut Street Y, you have the Bear Y, you have the Y on.
Sure, we have YMCA's in Middletown, in Sussex, in downtown in Walnut as well as Central. We have YMCA's in Dover, Brandywine, Western, Bear and Glasgow. A total of 7 locations where we provide assistance and different programs, the swim and gym programs. But our social responsibility is to be with people in need.
Right. So did you ever have a program where all the Ys here in Newcastle County, work together, collaborate, like one particular big giant program, or is everybody pretty much on their
We
own?
all collaborate in the different programs. It's one organization, and we have an umbrella organization with the association office, and we work together. And all the programs are very similar to the ones that we have in downtown. But the only location that have residents is downtown.
Downtown,
absolutely.
And being the program director in a category that you work on, how gratifying is it for you to see the youth, they start out in a training program, then they be in an internship, and they graduate from high school, and then they can say, hey, I got this resume, I started at the Y. The Y was my first start. What does that do for you personally?
Oh, it's so rewarding. I was just talking to Jesus earlier. I've been with the Y for 5 years.
Okay.
So prior to this, I was overseeing the before and after care program and summer camp, and now I'm doing summer camp, aftercare, and the workforce program. So we've actually have teens who've come up through the program since I've been there, who are now in the workforce development working under me, which is phenomenal to see them grow up in our program as children and now working for the YMCA.
Right. And speaking of children, do you have programs for seniors? You guys or
we
not?
do.
Okay,
We do have programs for seniors as well. They come and do the water aerobics.
Okay.
They do yoga. They walk a lot in the center. We have some the weight room also. They work out over there. They go on the treadmill as well. We have the diabetes prevention program as well for the seniors.
Right.
So we do a variety of programs. But really the future also is in the youth. So in our youth development, we serve at least 16,000 people throughout our different programs. Youth and Government, again, which is a fantastic program. More than 30 years we've been doing that program. The Black Achievers, as you know, as well. We have served a lot of kids as well. We go on a tour college with the Black Achievers, and we provide assistance for them to go to college as well. The training, I love the work development program. I really do, because you can see the kids grow in leadership with the leadership skills there as well.
One of the things I failed to mention that you're the executive director at the Central YMCA. So how long have you been there? And then in terms of being an executive director, where would you like to see the Y go about 3, 4, 5 years from now?
Sure, absolutely. I've been with the YMCA for 23 years.
Oh, wow.
But in this specific location, I arrived June the 15th, almost 100 days in Wilmington, which is a great. I see that Wilmington is growing and is changing. I was here in 2003, and it was very difficult to walk on Market Street. Right now, it's a fantastic area to work, and it's a fantastic area to walk. And the people every day know more and more what the YMCA programs are all about. What I see the programs growing. We need the programs to grow. We want them to grow, and we want to serve the communities where we are right now. The Walnut Street location is a fantastic location. I love to grow that location, but first of all, we need to help the community, maybe closing some of the liquor stores that are over there, which are not representative for the community. And we don't want the kids that come there at 6 a.m. in the morning to see that. And I don't want my staff or myself to go every single day to pick up all the trash that is left during the evening. So that would be nice if we can close those stores as well. So call the mayor, and he will help us close those liquor stores.
Okay, we got about 2 minutes remaining. I want to give you both a minute each to have any closing comments, any future updates that you have you want to give, any words of encouragement. So we'll start with.
Sure. I mean, you would like to say something, Christine?
No, just the YMCA is a great program. It's great working there. I love what I do. I love the changes that we make and we see in the kids every day, and both all the young adults, both the staff and the teens coming up to the workforce program. It's just phenomenal. If there's teenagers out there that want to apply, do it.
Okay.
Well, we serve 100,000 people, 100,000 members in the community. We give $5.6 million on financial assistance. If you would like to know more about the YMCA, please go to our website, ymca.org, or call our 302-254-9622. And the doors are open for everybody. Everybody is welcome to the YMCA.
All right. Okay. I'd like to thank you both for coming on.
Well, thank you, Omar. Thank you very much.
Okay, and the doors are always open if you have.
Thank you.
All right. And thank you for tuning in to another edition of Community Issues. I'll be back in 2 weeks. God bless and have a safe week. All right.